What is going on, everyone? Nathan coming back at you in their Pokemon Showdown Live. Been a minute since I played, been a minute since I recorded, honestly. So I'm glad to get back into it today with another monotype here. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit more stressful than our average laddering session because today I'm playing in round 3 of Lieutenant Tesla's monotype tournament. Been having a blast doing it so far, and I'm hopeful that I can keep the momentum going a little bit here. My opponent's Z Icarus here, and I was looking through the replays like I want to do. And hey, they already said I'm going to be YouTube famous when I was talking to them before this, so we know they were watching my shit too. Anyways, I was looking through their stuff, and I was trying to decide what to play, and I noticed that they were playing a ton of just pretty standard, like, safe, high-tier teams, things like Steel and Water and Ground. And I was trying to think about what I wanted to play against them, and the best thing I could think of is Electric, because the one missing from that's kind of like is in that upper crust is Flying, and I just like in my gut I feel like they're gonna play Flying today, at least for round 1. And I don't think we'll see Ground. They just played and they lost that game, and the only real matchup I would want to see, like, if they play Steel, I like Electric a decent amount too. We're gonna be running, I was debating using a light Regieleki team, because if you get a favorable matchup with Regieleki, you just completely destroy them. But I'll play Magnezone just because it's going to be great for trapping Excadrills and Ferrothorns. So with this, on our side, I'm pretty confident we can do okay. A lot's going to be riding on our Choice Spec Zapdos and keeping it healthy. It can only take about 3 or 4 hits, especially if Rock stays up. So that's going to come down to it a lot. With Regieleki, also a lot's going to come down to the speed control from these two. Plus, it's only a Electric Boots Tapu Koko. As far as offense goes, I'm on electric teams, which are so ultra hyper offensive. It's really just resting on these 2 and this 3 to a little bit. But Zapdos is wall breaking for these 2, as is Magnezone, trying to get rid of those pesky Steel types. So a lot is riding on their shoulders here. We have to be really smart about setting up a nice sweep for them in the end game. But yeah, so to finish my thought, I noticed they're playing a lot of that, and I like the matchup versus Electric with against Steel with Electric. I definitely like it versus Water if they happen to play that again, or Flying if we do see that. Ground would be unfortunate again. I'm not totally expecting it. The other one I really wouldn't want to see is maybe a Ghost. I've always enjoyed the Electric matchup from the Ghost perspective. I'll totally confess, by the way, I don't know my matchups super well with Electric, because I haven't played in about a year. So, I'm kind of rediscovering a lot of these types the first time before I make a video on it. I'll play it all week, so I can come to you guys in the video and have some sort of, maybe authority is the wrong word, but some sort of knowledge of where I'm coming from. But anyways, we're gonna try to be anti-bird up here. And Ghost, again, I don't really want to see so much because they have so much priority on their team. It can deal with the crazy amount of speed we have on our side. Plus, they have decent resist, all told. So if we'd be running Regieleki, it'd be way better for us. But anyways, that's my thought process. And I don't think they'll do Ghost because I've been playing so much Normal and Dark this tournament so far. I've been watching my games at all. So let's get into it here. I'm going to challenge them with my... yeah. Okay. See what we do. I'm excited. They seem like a really experienced player. They were telling me about, their origins in the competitive monotype server that was the predecessor to the current one we're playing this tournament in. They do Dark. Interesting. With a Krookodile. I was thinking to myself, Dark isn't bad as long as they don't bring Krookodile, but they do. It's not going to be super long lasting, but this is not what I wanted to see as a start. I'm surprised I didn't go Flying here. So, okay, well, I will go as a lead. I'm thinking we're actually going to be see an HO Krookodile, because looking at their lead, they don't have a Grimmsnarl, which is pretty odd. It's a bit more balanced, actually. Okay, so it's not HO because we see the Mandibuzz. So that means if it was HO, this would be a Focus Sash Krookodile, just go for Stealth Rocks and die. But I don't think we're going to see that for 2 reasons. One, it seems to be a balanced team again due to this Mandibuzz, although a little bit odd because they got the Bisharp and the Sharpedo. Definitely a little bit against the grain. I was just not criticizing, but saying my opponent plays pretty standard teams, and then they come out with this. Actually, that's not fair. Their ground team had a Steelix. That was a little bit heat. Anyways, so but even if it was HO, I think they'd be smart enough to keep the Krookodile and be like, hold on, Krookodile is really huge for me this game, as are these 2. High Spadef, Electric type resist. This Mandibuzz isn't gonna be doing that much, obviously. But yeah, so I think they're gonna be smart enough to keep it around, but it's also, again, I think it's more of a balanced team, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's perhaps a Scarfer. Maybe we're gonna see Def U, Fizz Def U. Bisharp's always the same set for the most part. It could be Scarf or Band, but I'm going to predict it's Black Glasses, Swords Dance, like it almost always is. Same goes for you. You're probably some sort of hyper offensive set, unless you're like a flip turn pivot. But again, I'm going to assume they're standard. which makes you the Scarfer. It makes you the, I guess you could be Swords Dance, but you're probably the Scarfer, and you're probably some sort of Life Orb, Leftovers, Substitute, Nasty Plot shenanigans, which is scary for us, honestly. Like, who's our answer? Coco's our great answer, but I think they only carry Earth Power. And if it's Earth Power, that makes this thing even more menacing against us. So in terms of lead matchups, I like the idea of them going, well, I don't like, but I think it's likely that they go Tyranitar. It's also worth noting, of course, there's Zeraora with that close combat. It's going to be pretty great this game. So we don't want to go U. There's no one I need to really trap with Magnezone. I mean, sure, it'd be nice versus Bisharp, who again has that priority that I think is a good answer for us. We don't love that. So if you go to Rotom and burn straight off the rip, that's okay. But then they could get a free swap into Hydreigon on my Volt Switch, which would probably still be eaten by a Substitute. This is a really slow Rotom, it's worth noting. Max Fizz Def, which I like, especially with a super offensive Zapdos here. Nothing. I could get my Terrain to start off, but I think I like Zeraora if I see you off the rip. Good matchup here. I guess it would be a strong matchup versus Sharpedo still. Pretty lousy matchup versus Crocodile, but it's Max Fizz Def Rotom, so even if they read me on a knockoff, I'd have a safe swap in there. Dragon, I'd have to calc that. We don't love that one, of course, and great versus these two on the left. So we'll go Zeraora. Here's a lead as we get the Crocodile. They're starting off hot. I was wondering about that. And this is tricky. You know, it's a tournament game, so I'm going to be calcing more than usual here. We got Zeraora versus Crocodile. So actually, this does make me question, is it just an HO lead here, of course? In which case, I super don't want to keep this guy in. And actually, to begin with, it's only a 12% chance to OHKO. So we're going to swap right out to our Rotom here. If they go for Rocks, it does seem to... Yeah, okay, that's fine by me. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp. No, let's just Hydro Pump. Yeah, in case they stay in. If I get a kill here, I'm going to pop off. Just die outright. Okay, you know what? Fine. It's fine with me. And now I'll go for, I think, a Toxic, because it answers a swap. And if I'm them, I'm keeping this alive. It's your ground type. And that way I can't just Volt Switch with Zapdos all day. So I'm gonna, if I'm them, I'm swapping out to like Hydreigon or something. So Toxic, it should kill if they stay in. I'm expecting Rocks here, if we're being honest, but this will kill if they stay in. Just, it's even more accuracy than Hydro Pump. It's actually my most accurate kill option here. I didn't even think about that aspect. But more importantly, it covers a swap out. My most accurate move, guys. So Rotom is now going to be at like sub 40% once the next Stealth Rock swap is taken into account here. That sucks. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp now. Because there's a chance. Oh my god. So it was an HO lead for sure. That's insane. But oh well, honestly, it's fun. That's if you told me at the start of this game I can trade 60% of Rotom's health for all this stuff, I would probably take you up on it. I'm gonna risk a Tapu Koko here. I'm gonna risk it. If they substitute, it would suck a little bit, but the Dark Pulse, that's great. That's Specs? Life Orb, great. That's great for us. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam, easy OHKO here. I think we're going to see T-Tar. Mandibuzz instead's the play. 2 at KO. I was thinking about, do I swap to Thunderbolt at this point? Why bother? Let's rip another one here. Fabulous. We got Boots 2 on Koko, which is really nice because these rocks would limit it otherwise. I don't love the spec sets on Koko, if I'm being honest. T-Tar's in. Makes sense. I wonder if I could have Toxics there. We actually get a lot of damage on you too because your weakness policy. Hey, bud. Oh, this is so it's a Dragon Dance set. Also funny that using Dark after I used Dark twice in my last tournament set, which I'm guessing they saw. Pretty self-grandiose of me to assume that, but I don't think you're Rocks. I run Dragon Dance Rocks, Stone Edge Crunch, in which case Zone becomes an interesting possibility. But I don't believe that's the case. I think you're probably Dragon Dance 3 attack, and the third attack would be Earthquake in that scenario. I guess it's gotta be Rotom because he's low anyways. Zeraora will outspeed after one Dragon Dance, so it's like, you know, if I knew they were going to attack, I would happily sack somebody here. And I don't want to sack Koko yet for the record. I don't think we'll get a 2-hit KO. So I think I sack Rotom here. I'll U-turn. I'll go to Rotom. If they Dragon Dance, fine. I go for the Hydro Pump. If they go for a straight up Earthquake, I could get the kill. So that's great. So Rotom is probably dead here regardless because it's coming in after standing all that stuff at 20-something%. So we'll happily go for this. We do a ton with U-turn of all things. That's funny. Rotom comes in. I'm going to guess dies to a Stone Edge. We'll see. Oh, Rock Blast. That's funky. Okay, that's fine. So now let's just talk about the possible opportunities here. So Coco is actually maybe the best play because it has boots and it easily gets a kill. That way terrain ends. If I go to Zeraora and Hydreigion's at 91%, that puts you in Oko range to my Zeraora. Zeraora might just like win right now. No, that's not true because we'll close combat a lot of them and then we'll be in Sucker Punch range. But even though we could bulk up on the Sucker Punch if we're feeling spicy. Yeah, I go to Zeraora because that means your only revenge kill option is, I guess, Sharpedo, who I would go to Magnezone on. Okay, let's rip it. Is there a way I lose to Sharpedo here? I don't think so. Raichu's also going to be so fast soon. Took my time with that play, but we'll close combat here. Seems pretty safe. Actually, hold the phone. I'm going to do an unnecessary calc here and see if I can get away with a choice band. I'm going to see if I can get away with a Plasma Fist. Assuming that Electric Terrain is up. It's doing 51 to 60%. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. They keep the T-Tar, who's really low health, which is interesting. I guess they want to keep Sand for some reason. It's chip damage. I put out a video recently that said, like, why does so-and-so have Sand's chip damage? And everyone said, because it's monotype and your whole team's weak to Sand and yours isn't. That's a 36% over the course of a game. And it's because I was criticizing somebody using the move Sandstorm. And my response was just like, dude, like, you know what's better than 36%, like slowly over 6 turns, is doing like 40% off of like 1 Earthquake or something. But anyways, I don't want to rehash that. They send out Bisharp, but don't think kills me straight up. Sucker Punch does 58 to 68. So yeah, we're guaranteed to get a kill here. I'm tempted to bulk up because it's so obvious what's happening right now. Maybe they think I'm banded. Sometimes that happens. This is if you're Life Orb. I mean, I'm totally overthinking it here, but if we go to choice band, you still can't kill me. So yeah, easy close combat here. They don't even Sucker Punch. Fabulous. Maybe they did think I was choice locked. I think that's got to be Sharpedo. Yeah, sure enough. Let's go to Magnezone right away. They click Protect. Okay, I guess I'll get another Protect off. This is risky, but I think I'll Iron Defense. No, because there's ways I lose if this thing dies. Okay, I'm gonna go to Tyranitar anyways. In comes Hydreigon. I guess I'll go to Raichu on the sack. Go back to Zeraora and close combats. Yeah. Tapu Koko's looking interesting too. Raichu on the sack. Didn't really get to flex much here, my guy. I'm sorry, but you're the best one to die here. We go back to big bad Zeraora. We close combat here. And can Sharpedo 6-0 ya boy. And their speed tier, they can outspeed me after 1. I'm almost positive. 317. I'm almost positive. We'll go back to zone here. Let's see if they predict it with an attack. Nope, they don't. I feel pretty confident this should do it. Hydro Pump. Okay, this is special, so maybe this wasn't the play. But we get the game 1. GG to them. And I'm not going to forget to say my replay this time. Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. Forget the win. I'm just happy I got that. Okay, so we got that. And you know what? I was thinking to myself, like, how I worked myself into a tizzy last week on, like, oh, do I go to this? Do I go to this? What do I do? I should play grass. I don't care. They play a lot of meta picks. I think there's a good chance we see flying or steel right now, but whatever. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Who cares? We bird up. Bird up. I knew they were gonna play flying. I knew they were gonna play flying. I knew it. Oh, we gotta play game 3 now. This is a miserable, miserable, miserable matchup, especially the Moltres Galar. That's so funny. They've got a funky little team here. I would have loved my electric versus this, although they do have 2 resists, or immunities rather. So funny. I literally like said out loud, I know what they're gonna do. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Bum. I think we're gonna see one of you two off the rip, if we're being honest, but you're a strong possibility too. Rillaboom's great versus you. Actually, I think it's pretty good versus Thunderous. That's interesting. Zarude's interesting too. But the question would be if you have a U-turn on you, which I'm gonna guess you're the Scarf for looking at this, in which case yes, but then I'd probably go to Ferrothorn. So if I go to Zarude, I can taunt you, but you have Body Press. So no, I don't want to do that either. Amoonguss has got a good matchup versus all three. It's not great versus Lando, but we have Regenerator, so let's do it. I do get you. I guess you're as good a Spore target as any. Fair enough. There's no Mandibuzz to tank this. They sack Moltres to sleep. That's all right by me. Zarude, not a great answer. Now what do I do? It's got to be Credillia. Get a Skarm. Fair enough. We'll have to trade rocks here as they go for that. We do have a Defogger in this team, thank goodness. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, what do I do against this mon? Like, I'm just trying to think of like what do I do? You know, if Moltres stays dead, there's a world where I get a ton of bulk ups on Zarude and we do great, but U-turn, Hurricane, Heat Wave. Yeah, it seems like an unlikely world, if we're being honest. I guess I got a Ferrothorn. A Leech Seed, then I'd swap back to someone else. This is who I wanted to be spored for a reason here. I should probably trade off everything right now. I'll go to Whimsicott here. I'm expecting a Body Press. It's Resist, plus it's Heavy Duty Boots. I'll probably go for a Defog here. Rocks is, of course, nice versus Mono Flying, but we see Boots. Probably Boots. Probably Boots. Neutral, neutral. Yeah, Body Press, that's what I expected. Plus, we'll get it all back with this here. I'm going to... Knockoff's also really interesting, especially because I think we're going to see a swap out right now. In all likelihood to... I don't even know. But I'm going to Defog just because I need some flexibility here. Zapdos comes in. We do confirm that they are Heavy Duty Boots before we see that swap there. This thing should be Heat Wave. It should completely 6-0 my team. They Volt Switch there. Yeah, it seems like just a defensive pivot set. Skarmory's probably not running Defog as a result. We're probably seeing Heat Wave, Roost, Defog on Zapdos here. So quite a defensive team all told. I didn't even notice earlier that it's 2 electric flying types, which is interesting. Focus Blast, definite threat right now. Let's go to Amoonguss. I don't know. There's Volt Switching all over me. How dare they? Lando comes out. Lando Calrissian. I'm gonna Giga Drain just because they're pivoting so much. Oh, that's interesting. I'll go to Rillaboom then. We can eat the EQ pretty easily here. Get a lot of it back. They're lefties. Let's just Woodhammer in case they get gutsy. They do not. We lose all of our health from Rocky Helmet. Skarmory there. Let's go back to... Can I burn them even? Yeah. I had to go grass. Just knock off here. Help my Rillaboom a little. Takes so much. We got grassy terrains at least. That's good. Looking for the Defog here. I think we'll see a Whirlwind. Zapdos instead. Back to Credillia on the predictable Volt Switch. A Hurricane instead. Fine by me. Do I Stealth Rock or do I Toxic? I'll Stealth Rock on the Skarmory. I have to be forced to recover on a Body Press though, I guess. It's gonna be a long game. I don't even have a win con, gang. I don't even have a win con. So Moltres is still out. Superpower on Rillaboom is doing like 30%, I bet. At least we got rid of the Rocky Helmet. That's definitely a nice help there. And Zarude would be nice to use him as setup bait, but again, I can't really. Let's go to Ferrothorn again. I don't love this play. I should have gone Ferrothorn. I think this doesn't get me anything. I'm forced to rehash the whole Whimsicott play again. They swap out like they should. No, they don't. They fall for it, which is nice. For the Defog, because we don't want to keep these spikes up on my Rillaboom. What are you again? Leftovers, yeah. So definitely want to get rid of these spikes. It's going to be a long game that I'm going to lose anyway. So I'm just going to try not to be demoralized. Now my Credillia is low, so I think I misplayed that earlier. I should have just recovered instead of going to Ferrothorn on that swap. We're bailed out by some bad luck there. That's nice. I think let's go to Skarmory 10 out of 10 times here. I think I got to make something happen, and I'll go for a double switch here. We got a little bit of leftovers back, so I'm still not going to recover Credillia. Let's go to Ferrothorn, I guess. If they Heat Wave, that'd be so funny. Full switch, of course. Yeah, there's no reason for them to ever make a hard swap to Skarmory there. See Dragonite, maybe a Banded Fire Punch. That's really interesting, but I can't really think of it. If it's Banded Fire Punch, there's nothing to do. I can either go to Whimsicott on a Dragon Dance. I'll just Leech Seed. Okay, so like, there's not even a swap there. Like, you're not Fizdef. Wow. That's no bueno. This is a pretty important mon who's not going to get up to full now. Wow. They say, oh, wow. Maybe it's not banded. Just given by their reaction of, oh, wow. I want to just sack Zarude because it's not doing anything, but if it has a 10% chance of sweeping, like a 5% chance maybe. Cordelia's low. I guess I'll go to Amoonguss. Go to Skarm. Interesting. To Pharaoh again. Hope we don't body press. Now you've got body press. So this time we'll go to Whimsicott. Let's knock off their swap off here. There's only one spike up. That's nice. It spikes up against Cordelia. If they hit a Hurricane Confuse, we lose. Just Volt Switch straight up. They're pressuring my Cordelia pretty nicely. A Lando play would be interesting here. They go Skarmory again, who we can definitely handle. That's going to be a recover for me. Oh, just 55. That's weird. See if that was a higher roll. Let's go for another. Maybe we'll get like a 50 this time. Oh boy. This is not what you wanted to see. It spikes up. I'm going to Toxic. Whatever. Rillaboom should be down to like 30% here. Do they go for a read? Player just EQ again. They Stone Edge, they do. We're bailed out. Very nice. Grassy Glide, nothing to lose. Oh, that's so close. I get the crit on that one. Unfortunate, but its main job was to answer Landorus, if we're being honest. So that's fine with me. Look at Cordilli. I think we'll see one electric type here. Let's go for rocks on the swap as a Volt Switch. Nope, we see Skarmory. Let's go for rocks. They go for spikes. Go to Whimsicott again here. Hopefully they body press, but I'm expecting a hard swap, honestly. Maybe they double switch. We'll play. Makes sense. I'll risk Whimsicott again. They should body press. Nice. I mean, rocks are nice now that Zapdos is out, you know? I'll Encore here. What the hell? If I know they're going to Zapdos, Moonblast is really fun. I think we'll do like maybe 2 at KO range. Now they're stuck to that. That's really fun. Let's start Moonblasting. It's going to Moltres. Interesting. Let's hope we get some good sleep. They have to hit a Hurricane even if they do wake up. Maybe it just play like the more I'm thinking about this, the more Whimsicott looks really interesting, right? Although it's worth noting, okay, we like this too. 2 at KO range? Yeah. Good. They sack Zapdos, so now these rocks are up for the game. In comes Thundurus, who's revealed to be, I'm thinking Scarf. What are you clicking here, Thundurus? I'm like, yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing is Whimsicott's just kind of like insane. We got the boots. We get Encore so that we kind of just hardwall Skarmory, right? We're knocking stuff off of everybody. We're super effective against these two. We just killed Zapdos. Monotype, Scarf, Sludge Wave. Interesting. Pharaoh's dead here. They know that. Let's risk a Moongus. Yeah, let's risk a Moongus. I'm thinking we see a Sludge Wave here. We eat everything with a Moongus. A Volt Switch would definitely suck. And I think that's probably decently likely, but oh my god, 36 from that? Marathorn even had like 1% more health. It's a gimme. It's a gimme. Moltres is probably not waking up anytime soon, so I don't really need you for anything. I guess we just go for the Sludge Bomb here. A poison would be spectacular. Oh, there it is. So they're dead. So spikes are so bad for my team, but at this point, like 25% dead. It's the only thing limiting Skarmory here. That's really exciting. I'm gonna have to go Credility after this guy dies, though, which is unfortunate. Or do I just stack Pharaoh and they die? I think it works like that, right? 12%. I think it's gotta, like, it would still, they still take damage, even if, no, I don't think it does work that way. I don't think they would take damage if I go to Pharaoh on a sack right now. I go to Credility and I just recover, actually. That's an easy play. Yeah. That's an easy play. Invites in Dragonite who we Rock Blast. Skarmory, eh? They don't Whirlwind here. I think they should fair Whirlwind. And I think I go to Ferrothorn on a sack right now. Yeah, I think now's when you go to Ferrothorn. Interesting. I still think you're banded. Unless I'm mistaken. It's got to be Jungle Healing. Or sorry, got to be Darkest Lariat here. Because I think ESP's going to kill Whimsicott. That's, I think, one of the main reasons you run it. Just having such a strong... oh, wrong team. That's a big reason why you run banded Dragonite, so you can get such a strong move there. That's not right, but whatever. Do we have any HP EVs? No, we don't, so that's not even accurate, but whatever. Against Dragonite, choice band. Let's see. 56 to 63. I mean, it's actually kind of manageable damage. Really, eh? Banded. We still have HP EVs though, so we can't heal on Whimsicott, right? So I don't love it. That puts us in body press range from Skarmory. Versus Zarude. Zarude, don't be rude. Why you gotta be so Zarude? Yeah, that's nice. It's good damage. And how much is our... excuse me. I shouldn't have eaten food before this. Lariat, oh. We have spikes up. Is that a 2 at KO? I'm spending a long time calculating this turn. 95% chance to 2 at KO. Let's look at the damage versus Credility. Like that. This guy's the big threat to win at this point. So you gotta lock into that. But they're more likely locking into Outrage. Which if they lock into Outrage, then they go to Whimsicott and they get the kill. It's gotta be you here, Zarude. Now let's Darkest Lariat, which will get you into death range. Oh, very interesting play. Oh, I wonder if that's a roll. This is this is Kelk City here. I don't like to do this. You guys know I don't, but I gotta know. Where's the Darkest Lariat? Show me the Darkest Lariat. They're at 26%. It would take a pretty spectacular roll. Oops. 26.9. Why am I not gonna... No, 26. 25% chance. It's totally a chance. I'm gonna go for the risk and taunt. If they go for a read on my swap or they try to roost, we're chilling. We're chilling. Now they died in next rocks. They had a Moltres Galar here. Interesting. There's the Berserk. Let's try to get the 2 at KO. 19. Nice. Okay, we get the kill on you. Now we're up to full. So I think we don't get 2 at KO by G-Knight anymore. And I think this kills. Oh, I think we just won against Flying with Monograss. What an all-time performance. I just literally just said it was over. What an all-time... Am I the Monograss GOAT? Am I
Bird up.
Am I the Monograss GOAT? I just think I might be. I don't know. I was saying this is game over from turn 1. Look at that. Fought our way back. I was thinking... I didn't save the replay. Wait. Can I go Control Shift? There's a way to go back and look at the replay. I'm going to have to do that after I finish this recording. Anyways, I can't believe that. That is so funny. I'm pretty pleased with myself. As you can tell, my ego is getting a little bit, it's getting a little bit unmanageable, a little bit too big. I need somebody to take me off a notch, if you don't mind. I'm on the same side of the bracket as Tesla after all, so it's only a matter of time. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. I was stressing out about this game. I don't know why. I kind of got in my head a little bit. I was like, oh, what do I play? I don't know. And that's why I calmed myself down by going, I don't care. I'm just gonna grass. I'm just gonna go grass. It's my comfort pick, and clearly that worked out for us. So that is really fun. I think just the turning point was me realizing halfway, like, wait a second, my Whimsicott kind of like goes in because it walls Skarmory. It ended up getting the kill on the Zapdos once he lost its boots, and it was super effective versus the Moltres Galar and the Dragonite. Wow. Very, very pleased with myself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Make sure to keep leaving comments below on what format you want to see next. I believe it's Psychic right now. I'm not sure. I'm going to record an AAA video right now. I'm hoping another just standard ladder monotype video. And I think it's going to be Psychic. But leave votes regardless, because that influences whatever's next. Maybe I don't record the Psychic. Maybe, you know, Dragon gets a bump because Psychic didn't have votes. We never know what's going to happen. Regardless, that's enough wrapping up. I always spend like 5 minutes wrapping up after this video. But I'll catch you later. Take it easy.